want you to see this. This is Good Friday, John chapter 19. And he says, later, knowing that everything had now been finished. In other words, he reached the end. He did it. That scripture would be fulfilled. Jesus said, I am thirsty. And a jar of wine vinegar was there, so they soaked a sponge in it, put the sponge on a stalk of hyssop plant, and they lifted it up to Jesus' lips. And when he had received the drink, and by the way, he didn't ask for a drink so that he could live longer. He didn't ask for the drink so that he could stay on the cross longer. He asked for the drink so that he could say these final words on the cross. And he says, it is finished. If you were to look that phrase up in the Greek, it's actually one word, and it's the word tetelestai. And I studied this and found that there are actually 5 meanings of this phrase, tetelestai. And the first one is when a servant was finished with his job, he went to his master, or an employee went to his boss and said, I've completed the job, tetelestai. The job is done. The second way that this phrase was used is when a judge was presiding over a case and he had seen all the evidence and heard from all the witnesses, and he would cast his judgment, and he would say, tetelestai, justice has been served. The third way is when an accountant would balance the books. And when the accountant would find that everything was paid, the accountant would say, tetelestai, the debt has been paid in full. The fourth way that this phrase is used is when an artist is painting his masterpiece and he's finished the work and he says, tetelestai, the work of art is finished. The fifth way is when a priest is offering a sacrifice. And at the end of that sacrifice being burned up and consumed, the priest says, tetelestai, that the offering has been given. How wonderful and how beautiful it is that Jesus said all 5 of these statements. On the cross, he said, the job is done, justice is served, the debt is paid, the artwork is complete, and the offering has been given. Tetelestai.